evening. For this game, Luis Enrique has selected just about his strongest 11 as the players greet each other, and we prepare a group of officials led by referee Clos Gomez. An early evening kick-off always means the Camp Nou a little slow to fill up. As you can see from those images, we do expect in the next 5 or 10 minutes the Catalan Coliseum to fill up. Performing tonight for Barcelona, Ter Stegen in goal, a 3 at the back defence of Mascherano, Piqué and Samuel Umtiti. Busquets, Iniesta and Rakitic in midfield. Possibly they'll be joined there by Leo Messi. Playing in, a number 10 role according to our graphics department. And up front we have Neymar, Luis Suarez and Sergio Roberto. The key question I think there is whether Sergio Roberto will indeed be playing as an out-and-out right winger, or whether he'll be dropping back at times to play as a fullback. Let's call him a wing-back for now. The two captains for tonight, Vicente Iborra and Andres Iniesta, now greet the match officials, led, as I said earlier, by Mr. Clos Gomez. The coin has been tossed, and we're about to bring you the lineup selected by Jorge Sampaoli, which could well be a little bit more complicated. What's absolutely clear is that Sergio Rico will be in goal, and we're calling it a back 3 of Mercado, Pareja and Clement Lenglet. In midfield, well, we've got Escudero and Mariano, who could well be wing-backs, full-backs or out-and-out wingers, depending on the moment of the game. Iborra and Nzonzi in the pivot. Vitolo, Correa and, of course, Samir Nasri. Well, those three will presumably be playing with a bit more freedom across the pitch. I'm joined tonight by Paul Giblin. Paul, Sampaoli's lineup, certainly it's going to be very flexible, we imagine.
Yeah, I think we'll be looking at Escudero and Mariano as wing-backs, definitely. Just to let people know, this is a minute's silence for Jaume Lauredo, who is a former vice president of football Barcelona, who sadly passed away in the last couple of days.
Well, still evident, plenty of empty seats as mentioned. I'm sure they will be filling up as the first half progresses. Both sides playing in their standard first choice kit, which means Sevilla playing all in white. They're going to get things underway.
allowed Luis Enrique to do. Rafinha, by the way, is out for 2 weeks. He's got a slight injury on his meniscus, but it's not as serious as people thought it might be.
Talking about Iniesta is making his 700th appearance for Barcelona tonight, if we count friendly games as well as first-class games. Here he is on the ball. Now Neymar drives to the byline. He can only find the hands of Sergio Rico with the cross, but I'm finding it difficult to remember a ball crossing the halfway line in these opening 6 minutes. Barcelona have come out very, very strongly indeed, and obviously with the desire to implement their game plan. Although now it's Mariano storming forward for Sevilla. Ran out of space, came up against Gerard Piqué. Now Rakitic back to Piqué, and Busquets on the edge of the box has time to play his way out.
Just looking at that, obviously it's quite interesting. I was just focusing a wee bit on the position of Samuel Umtiti, who's really is covering a lot of that left side as well. It's almost like a back four with Umtiti playing at left back and then drifting inside a bit more, but he is the one obviously in charge of covering there, because he isn't going to get that much cover from Neymar or Iniesta down there, which was maybe why we did see Mariano stride forward on that run.
Good work there from Sergio Roberto, helping out Leo Messi. Messi's got the chance to run at the box. Suarez goes down. It looked like he could have been pulled down. The Uruguayan certainly feels he was. The referee, Mr. Cos Gomez, clearly gesturing that there was nothing illegal or untoward about the challenge. Not sure the home fans agreed too much with the referee on that occasion.
It's one of those, when from high up, it does look as if he's been pulled over. We'd have to see a replay, see maybe if Suarez was leaning in or more. If it's Suarez going backwards or the defender pulling him backwards, I think is what we want to see in the replay.
Well, certainly Jorge Sampaoli feeling the nerves already. Here's the run.
I think there's a bit there, isn't there, from Pareja? He does look as if he's got a couple of arms around him.
Certainly does. We saw one or two fairly firm challenges from David Longban on Suarez the weekend.
One of them was very much a penalty.
But not too far away from what we've just seen. In comes the corner, and Titi didn't get to it.
It's appeal for handball there once again. Waved away.
Sergio Busquets on the ball, picks out Luis Suarez.
Well, this ball just goes across very quickly. They announced today the referee who's going to be in charge of the Clásico, which is going to be Mr. Hernandez.
Iniesta tries a shot. No major problems for Sergio Rico. He'll be glad to have the ball in his control after an opening 8.5 minutes in which Barcelona are forcing Sevilla onto the back foot. It took a deflection on Nico Pareja. Here's the possible handball from Nasri. I think the referee was close enough to see it, and I think probably just about made the right decision there. As well left by Correa. He's taking on Iniesta. Correa changing from right to left wing.
Yeah, very quickly, Hernandez, if people remember back this season, was in charge of the Betis Barca game, in which Barca, in some ways, were very lucky to get a point after being second best against Betis. But they did have a goal not given from a shot which crossed the line by about 1.5 yards, really clearly over the line, and Mr. Hernandez was the man in charge there. Although perhaps that fault was more of from his linesman.
Or perhaps the fault of the intelligent committee that decided we should have no touch goal line technology, as yet in La Liga.
Something they're going to have to address, aren't they? If you're going to keep, if you call it, if you want to have the best league in the world, you've got to have something which is simple, well, straightforward to implement and is working in other leagues perfectly, and just does away with one little bit of controversy. Here's another look at this Nasri. Well, I tell you what.
Well, it does come off his hand, doesn't it? The ball was spinning, bounced awkwardly.
It's gone out, he's got his arm off there, and those sort of things are always really difficult, I think, when they go across a player, if it's his chest or his arm. But I think that replay shows pretty clearly it was more arm than chest.
Neymar just running out of control there. Mariano back to Mercado. Steven Nzonzi flicked on quickly by Nasri, headed on by Iborra, advantage to Mascherano. Manages to get rid of the initial danger. Sergio Roberto helped by Rakitic, and now Sergio Roberto with his head up plays it down the line towards Rakitic. The advantage for Nico Pareja. Sergio Rico, no pussyfooting, he sends that one well forward. It's one in the air by Piqué. Titi finds Busquets. Busquets settling down in his preferred area, the centre circle. Messi picks out Sergio Roberto.
Just say Barca actually won 2-1 in the Pijuan earlier this season. Absolute stormer of a game as well. Sevilla were just about at their best at that time. Took the lead as well through Vitolo. And they were pegged back by Messi somehow just before the break, and then Suarez stole it for the Catalans in the second half.
Yeah, it certainly was one of the best matches we've seen this season in the Liga Santander. And what a surprise, Neymar has got one boot off. This seems to happen every single match Barcelona play. In the first 10 minutes or so, Neymar has to change his boots. Whether it's a marketing ploy or simply he just hasn't quite got the correct length of studs, or maybe on this occasion it seems like he may actually have a slight physical problem there on the foot.
Might knock on his ankle, might be. I think what might be one of the things is quite often players obviously do the warm-up, and then after the warm-up you put the sprinklers on, and maybe that just makes it a bit more slippery.
But Neymar should know that by now, and it does happen to him in every single game. Quite extraordinary, really. Here's Mascherano for Barcelona, plays it back to Ter Stegen. Calm as you like on the ball, but only plays it straight at Nico Pareja. Takes a rebound at his Langley. Claims for a handball against Ivan Rakitic, given by referee Clos Gomez.
Neymar just ready to come back into the action.
A little bit harsh, having seen the early one by Nasri.
Looks a bit less harsh, looks a bit less handy than the Nasri one, doesn't it? But
absolutely.
Obviously, the thing is, which way do you think, if the Nasri incident had been outside of the penalty area, do you think he'd have given it?
And I think he quite possibly would. It's Sampaoli.
Let's not forget that Jorge Sampaoli was, until not very long ago at all, until the start of Sevilla's poor run, really, was being touted as a very...
Mariano, good run, just over hit it. Pareja was there, aware of the threat. It's a good first touch from Correa, who wins.
बेटा बमन को ऐसे आंगली मारते अच्छा नहीं लगता बेटा।
मैंने इनको रवीना मैम को मारी।
आप रवीना, वो तो और भी गलत बात है।
निर्णय ने प्यार का ऐसा निर्णय लिया कि रवीना को भी एक नन्हा बॉयफ्रेंड मिल गया।
To squared it, whether they had two companions there. I think they could hardly believe he'd got through.
Nasri, it's blocked by Sergi Roberto. Off the dribbling he was trying, and Sevilla can break down Barca's attack relatively easy. Here's Steven Nzonzi.
Yeah, very quickly after the Malaga game, the Tuesday afterwards, Barca obviously got the first tight leg of their Champions League quarter-finals at home to Juventus. No, away to Juventus on the Tuesday, so Piqué will be nice and fresh for that. They then entertain Real Sociedad in the Camp Nou. Real Sociedad obviously still battling for a place in Europe, although they've a bit like Sevilla have gone off the boil of late. And then of course the return leg against Juventus, and then just 3 days later Real Madrid in the Clásico.
Well, here's that earlier move that nearly surprised everybody, and Zonzi couldn't believe that. He seemed to even slow down as though he felt the whistle had gone, but
There's
the
no
whistle
foul
hadn't.
there, is there?
There's no foul, there's no question of him being offside. I think he was just surprised to have such a clear view of goal. Ter Stegen didn't know too much about it. It came off the inside of his leg as it went through his legs.
But he does well there, the keeper. He makes himself a big barrier there. But yeah, look, we've had
Messi puts the ball towards Suarez. Pareja clears. It'll be a throw to Football Club Barcelona.
Just saying, Barca had that great start, unlucky not to take the lead, but the last 5 minutes or so we've seen the run from Mariano, we've seen that chance from Nzonzi. So Sevilla steadying the ship a wee bit and finding inroads into the Barcelona defence as well.
Here's Iniesta with the cross. Rakitic is up and not too far away. Luis Suarez unable to greet it on the far post. Sergio Rico watching it go past. It's a good cross whipped in though by Andres Iniesta, and there was intention in that header from Ivan Rakitic.
He had a little run earlier this season, didn't he, Rakitic, where he started to score goals, and that's very much in that style, getting onto the end of crosses. Former Sevilla player, let's not forget, another one of those Monchi signings, and maybe a little bit on the cheap. I mean, Barca got him for 20 million, which I think in today's prices is, you've got to consider that a bargain.
Throw in to Sevilla. It was Leo Messi who put the ball out. Flicked on by Escudero. Sergio Roberto got his head to it. So too did Mascherano, but there's a chase there for Vitolo. Gerard Piqué getting there comfortably first. Ter Stegen finding Javier Mascherano. Camp Nou's filled up just about to capacity in these opening 18, almost 19 minutes. Sergio Rico on the ball. Pareja. Mariano did well. Nasri to Nzonzi. Again, there's a chase for Mariano. Again, the advantage is for Marc Ter Stegen.
The person who's losing out with this system that Barca are playing, of course, is Jordi Alba, who's on the bench, obviously the Spain international left back, let's be honest, and normally a regular for Barca as well.
Good ball into Rakitic from Messi. Neat turn from Rakitic, just unable to find Sergio Roberto. And Busquets will be penalised for that challenge on Vitolo. You could hear the Sevilla players' anguished cry as he went down. Referee Clos Gomez telling Busquets, I'm not going to accept any more of those. He kind of lost his footing, Busquets.
I'm not sure. I think that's what saved him from a booking, actually. I think he stumbles into Vitolo, doesn't he, rather than deliberately going into the back of him. So I think that's probably what saves him from a booking.
Clement Lenglet for Sevilla. Picks out Mercado.
Done well, Lenglet, just signed from Nancy, another Monchi signing. He'd only played half a season in the French Liga before coming to Sevilla, and well, he made his debut in the Champions League. Now he's playing in the Camp Nou. Another one for the future.
Gerard Piqué managed to get out of that last slightly tricky situation. Picks out
Wednesday, April 5th, the battle for the title comes to life as the current champions take on this year's title hopefuls. It's Barcelona's prestige versus Sevilla's willpower. The title wheels are on the line. FC Barcelona versus Sevilla, Wednesday, April 5th, 11 p.m.
Harried by Nasri, does well to find Busquets, Leo Messi, and again Messi there just a little bit too sharp
for either Suarez or Neymar. And here's the cross from Sergio Roberto. I think maybe he was going behind Suarez.
Yeah.
But once again, the combination of Iniesta's cross and the arrival on the right flank of Sergio Roberto, opening up options for Barcelona in the Luis Suarez, what a finish. No wonder Luis Enrique is off his bench and applauding. Sheer determination from Leo Messi. And Luis Suarez demonstrating once again, if he needs to, that he's probably just about the best goal scorer in the world right now. What an amazing finish. Barcelona take the lead on 25 minutes. You have to say they deserve it, Paul.
Yeah, Suarez's 24th league goal of the season, 25 for Messi, and it's Messi's persistence there that wins it from. And then, got to say, Suarez persistent, so he holds off his marker. He can't get a shot in first time. But look at Messi, just see him there as he's taking on Longley, looks up, doesn't he? And there's Suarez, that's just an instinctive finish, and just doesn't give Rico time to react. Brilliant goal from Barcelona. And I said, just as you were starting to think that Sevilla was starting to get a little bit of a toehold in the game as well, but that's same thing happens against Madrid, isn't it? You've got sides with that firepower, three great strikers, and you take your eye off the ball for one fraction of a moment and you pay for it.
Absolutely magnificently finished by Luis Suarez there. Full credit to Leo Messi. He appeared to be tugged back just as he was about to get into the area by Clement Lenglet. The Argentine clearly had no thought about going down, stayed on his feet, got the cross in. It bounced awkwardly, but Suarez responded perfectly. 1-0 to Barcelona. It's Ivan Rakitic on the ball. Now Neymar. Barca looking to press home their advantage. Neymar clips it into the far post. Just too firm for Sergio Roberto. Goal kick.
Once again, Sergio Roberto getting in on that far post. They couldn't control it this time. This is another look at the run from Messi. There's two players on him here. maybe Pareja could have committed himself a little bit earlier there on Messi, but just sits up nicely for Suarez, but you've still got an absolute world to do to put that in the back of the net. 24 goals. And the key moment in the game now, says Sevilla have been doing quite well. They've created chances. They've found a bit of space against Barca.
It's
how will they react?
From Nasri breaking through the middle. He plays it wide to Mariano. Mariano's cross came off from Titi. Busquets was there to clear.
Well, good from Sevilla. We'll just say, like, how will they react? And that's a very positive reaction. I'm still not convinced by this Barcelona defensive setup, I'm going to be honest. So.
Correa trying to get away from Busquets. He's given it away to Rakitic, and Barca on the break. It's 4 against 3 here. Neymar sprinting down the left. Here's Neymar. Still Neymar cutting it back. Suarez will get there. There's Messi. 2-0. 2-0 to Barcelona. Barca on the counter. Sevilla absolutely ripped apart. Rakitic it was who started it all. It was given away by Correa to Rakitic. He found Neymar. Neymar found Suarez. Suarez found Messi. And Messi found the back of the net.
Yeah, they're like the Chuckle brothers, aren't they, Messi and Suarez? One gives it to one and the other gives it back to you, to me. Messi sets up Suarez for the first one. Suarez teeing up Leo Messi for another. And just look at this again. There's a couple of times when you think the chance might actually have gone. I thought Messi, he's done a bit much there. He's wasted it. Great persistence there from Suarez. And what a calm finish from Leo Messi.
Brilliant from Neymar. I agree with you. I felt he'd just taken it a couple of paces too far. Suarez doesn't even think about shooting, which I think many of us would have done. Just cuts it back as the rain comes down in the Camp Nou, and Messi's finish, well, he makes it look so easy. He had quite a few pairs of legs to get the ball past. A absolutely breathtaking counter from Barcelona. Joaquin Correa will remember that pass to Ivan Rakitic. I'm just trying to work out what that means from Leo Messi.
Let's not forget Messi, after obviously he was suspended for the last Argentina game. He didn't play in Granada because he was also suspended. He'd finished a cycle of bookings, so he hasn't had a game for 2 weeks. He must be absolutely raring to go, must Leo Messi. He said the rain's coming down. That's only going to help Barcelona, you'd think, slicking the pitch up a wee bit more. It's just a spring shower. We're in April, aren't we?
Absolutely. Leo Messi, one thing you don't really want is for Messi to come out extra motivated. Suarez doing brilliantly too. He goes down, the flag is up. It's a foul given against Nico Pareja. The rain coming down a lot more heavily now.
Wise move from Luis Enrique, putting a slightly a Macintosh on, I think. Well, we were saying about Sevilla, weren't they? They created that chance after Barca took the lead, but now it's 2-0 down. It is a big test of character for a team which has worked tremendously hard for most of the season, but just has given signs of running out of gas. Is this going to be the case here? And if they do, then it could end up being quite painful.
It's given away by Sergio Busquets. You don't see that too often. Here's Samir Nasri. A lot expected from him for the rest of this game if Sevilla are to have a chance of getting back into it. Here's Iborra.